Just when many thought the healthcare debate in the United States was over, opponents of current legislation are ringing the alarm for repeal. A Florida judge is considering whether to repeal certain healthcare laws that will go into effect in 4 years. At issue is a fight focused on laws that make it mandatory for individuals to have health insurance or face tax penalties. The legislation also requires states to pay additional Medicaid costs not covered by the federal government. Opponents argue that the law represents an illegal extension of Congress's regulation of interstate commerce. House Minority Leader John Boehner is leading the charge.
The Obama administration and my colleagues in Congress are going to continue on their march to shove this government-run health care plan down the throats of the American people.
The Republican from Ohio says he wants to repeal the health care reform law to replace it with less intrusive reforms proposed by Republicans. The massive lawsuit that threatens to unravel President Obama's signature policy reform is being considered in 20 states. Opponents say the government is overstepping its constitutional authority with a provision that requires that all Americans pay for insurance by 2014 or pay a fine. However, proponents of the current legislation say the Constitution backs them up, and the only enemy of the people is the insurance industry and politicians out for profit.
Their Republican allies are determined to interfere with the health reform law any way they can. They've been lobbying intensively. There's been no let-up in their lobbying efforts after the enactment of the law.
The U.S. District Judge says he will rule before mid-October on what parts of the lawsuit would go to trial, indicating that he would likely allow at least one part to continue. The Justice Department is calling on a federal judge in Florida to dismiss the case. Colin, Campbell, Washington.